Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique if you're just visiting for the first time. And for those of you who have subscribed, I thank you so much, and I hope that these videos continue to help us all to succeed and motivate ourselves. And actually it's a good documenting tool for me too, to look back and kind of, just appreciate my journey through what I've already gone through. Thank you for those that have just viewed my channel, viewed the videos. I pray and hope that it helps you, and I would appreciate any feedback that you all have. Aside from, of course, I know I got to upgrade on the camera. I know I got to upgrade on the editing skills. Forgive me, I'll get there. But just hang on tight. Thank you for the two beautiful people who commented on my channel. God bless you both, and I hope that we all can really help one another succeed. So I left off at where I had just completed my bachelor's. Again, it was a period of like excitement because I was like, wow, I finally, after spending almost 5 years in a community college, almost there. Sorry guys, excuse the eyebrows, they look kind of crazy, but whatever. And so I had just finished, and I had been a PTA at that time for 2 years, and to be honest, I was just existing as a PTA. I loved what I did, but I found that I kept on explaining what a PTA was, because a lot of people, patients didn't misunderstood and thought we're either physical therapy techs, which is totally different, or just some random people that went to just do like a quick course and are just treating. No, I had to explain that we're educated. We go through a rigorous program. We have to sit in for a board examination and actually pass it before we're licensed. And I also found that I was, because the scope of practice of PTAs is limited more to intervention, progression, and regression of the patient within the PT's plan of care, that I felt like I was equipped enough to understand and analyze my findings, but my scope of practice does not put me in a place to analyze my tests and measures, or not analyze, but like interpret my tests and measures and interpret my findings. It was up to the PT to make those interpretations based off of what we put. And so I felt limited, and of course there are PTAs who own clinics, but then the limitation is, even if I'm an entrepreneur, I still got to hire a PT to do the assessments for me to be able to treat, which, I mean, it's fine if that's what a lot of people want to do, but for me, I said it'd be better, more practical if I can do those things. And so the journey to PT began. So I Googled around, looked at different schools locally and out of state, and kind of saw what each school was looking for. So I had an idea of what the general requirement was, which was I had to have all my prerequisites completed within 5 years. Well, at that time, I had to retake Biology 1, Organic Chemistry 1, and Anatomy 1, because I had taken them earlier, and for Anatomy 1 I had a C, so I wanted to bring up my GPA a little bit, and so I started looking for either going to the community college I went to or going to the undergrad, the university I went to, but I could not go 3 to 5 times a week to go sit in, in a class and not work, or work limited hours. So I went to Google again, my best friend. I looked around and came across Ocean County College, which offers like online, completely online science courses that are transferable to most institutions. So I had contacted the institutions I was interested in just to double check to make sure that they would accept those credits, and they did. They said they would. So I enrolled, and the good thing about those courses is that they send you like a lab kit with everything in it that you need. They send you directions on how to go about completing the lab. The professor helps you along the way. You do like videos or pictures of you doing it, so they know you're not like, cheating or faking, and you submit it for grading and you get scored or whatever. You also take exams online. It was pretty hard, but it was good. It was convenient for me. And so within a semester, I was able to, 2 semesters, sorry, I was able to complete them. So then I started the application for the DPT. Well, I went through PT-CAS and two programs through PT-CAS and 2 others just through the institution itself directly. And I have to say, I hate the PT-CAS. And the reason is that everything is so standardized. Like, you don't get to stand out as the individual. They don't compare you they don't like take true appreciation for your experience or how you've come about getting to, applying for the DPT versus going through the school where, you could, write your essay specific to the culture of the school and kind of it's more, they appreciate you more. You get better feedback too because you're applying directly to the school. I got rejected from my one school on PT-CAS and waitlisted for the other. And they didn't tell me, like, why was I rejected? Was I not good enough? Was my GPA horrible? Were my GRE scores not great? Was my essay not really captivating? So I kind of was like, that sucks. I mean, you're not even telling me, what my deficiencies are so I could work on them, so whatever. And then the other 2 schools I applied to, the one rejected me. I contacted them. They couldn't even tell me why they rejected me, even though it was direct. But later on, they kind of gave me some feedback, which didn't make sense either way, but whatever. And then I got accepted into my current program. So the one I got waitlisted for was a Monday through Friday program, and my program is a weekend program only. So I went with the weekend because it's more convenient. I could still work. Well, I remember December 29th, 2015, I get the call and it's like, you've been accepted, 2014, you've been accepted into the DPT program. And I'm like, what? So I had just come out of work, saw a bunch of patients that day. I was in acute inpatient rehab and I just screamed so loud, in excitement in the parking lot. And, people were looking at me like I was crazy, but I was like, if you only knew my testimony, you would know why in the world I'm screaming so loud. So that commenced my journey as a DPT student. And since then, it's been pretty interesting. Certainly not easy, but I'd have to say, I give it to my classmates who came into this program not knowing or having any exposure to PT, because it's a weekend program. Literally, if you learn something this week, the next week you're expected to like shoot it out. You're tested on it, on skills, you're tested on information. It's a fast-paced thing, but I appreciate it and I'm excited for it. So that's my journey towards the DPT. The GREs, I had to take the GREs before. And unlike other people, to be honest, I used like 2 weeks to review. I did like library online sources, and my score wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible either. And a lot of schools are critical about GREs. It depends on the school you're going to, so always check with the school requirements. But my school, and the other school took me in just like that. It could have been my PTA experience. It could have been my academics and my ability to show improvements through retaking some courses to get my grade better. Who knows? But, it depends on where you're going because each institutional requirement is different. So I wanted to do a Q&A for people interested in the PTA route, the DPT route, the PTA to DPT route, or just general questions about, the healthcare prerequisites and anything that I could help out with. So you could email them to me, or you could put them down in the comment box below, and I will compile them together and do a Q&A video. My next video, I'll talk about my DPT experience. I will take you through a typical day of me from the time I get up for work, get myself together, get my child together, and, you know, get out to work, come back home, and head out to school, and come back from school. I mean, in fact, as I'm speaking, I have a final exam this Saturday coming up on one of my courses, Human Development, and so I might not post anything this week, but for sure by the end of the week, next week, I'll have the new video about the actual DPT program, and then I'll do the Q&A video after that. So don't forget to like and subscribe and give me any feedback that you think would be helpful. Thank you again so much for gracing my channel, and I look forward to interacting and communicating with you all again next time. All right, guys, take care. Bye.